with that, we're going to be speaking to our guest on the program, and the aim is to find out really what is wrong with Nigerian football. And I'm being joined virtually now by Coach Adedeji Adeyemi Anthony, popularly known as Coach AAA. He's a coach based in Switzerland. Good evening from Nigeria, and thank you for joining us for the program.
Good evening, Mr. Wisdom Kalu, and good evening to all our listeners back home in Nigeria, and good evening, a greeting to everyone all over the world according to their time zone.
Yeah, thank you. Let's hit the ground running, Coach AAA, because I don't think we have so much time. I want to begin by getting your impression of the performance of the Super Falcons at the ongoing Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco, where there is neither a chance for the team to defend the title they won in the 13th edition or even qualify for the FIFA Women's World Cup come 2027 in Brazil.
Thank you for this question. I think before the now, I remember you called me some weeks back, last no two Saturday before now. You said you want to have me on air, and before then, I have analyzed about Super Eagles on the 22 July 2026 that Super Falcon is not going to qualify for they are not going to qualify for the World Cup. They are not going to be among the first four, and I believe that that thing. Many people want to know the reason, and I know that that's one of the questions you asked me right now. To be honest with you, if we look into the last WAFCON, I was here on air when I supported Madugu and the Super Falcon. In the final, I told you that it's going to be one goal margin, and it ended up 3-2 when we won against Morocco. When I was in China's TV, they asked me that if Madugu should continue. I said, it's not in my hand. I said, because they said, why? I said, I cannot vote for him, but I can only say results play a vital role when it comes to coaching job. He have gotten the results. If the people in our affair think he has done well, they can give him the job. But for me, I would say if you have to analyze how he plays, how he set up his team, I think for me as a coach, I don't know, every coach have the way they want to set up their team. I think he have not done well. So coming to this WAFCON, I was not surprised that they could not beat Malawi, because I know that the team balance in that team, and the friendly match they play against Cameroon in Cameroon, when Cameroon beat them I think 1-0, then they later wins Cameroon 2-0 in the second leg. Wow. I see the team, and I see his playing philosophy of the coaching, the technical crew, and I know that they are going to find it difficult this time around, because I know the part I played in the last WAFCON, which I always, every matches I come to your studio here, I go to other TV station, I analyze their strengths and weaknesses, and they took more advantage of that, because they try to they understand how to play, what is the weakness of the opponent and what is the strength of the opponent. Every coaches need that, but if you cannot do that on your own, then you're going to have a problem. I think what really went wrong in that team is Super Falcon has the best team when it comes to that AFCON. To be honest with you too, they can have two first team team. They can have team A instead of team B. They'll have team A and team A. But unfortunately, when you see the coach input and the coaching crew input, not just Madugo, because their crew, their team, you can see that there's no team balance in every match they played. Every match they have to play with different players. That means they don't even know their players, their team selection. It really affects them, and their playing philosophy affect them more, because when you see the match against Malawi, that is one thing I do as a coach. I will make sure that you play the way I want you to play as an opposition. I don't want you to play the way you want to play. So Malawi know our weaknesses, and even so go to Zambia. Zambia even they do very well too. Talk of Cameroon, they do the same thing. They know our weaknesses. They know that we are not compact enough. We are not too good. The technicality was not good enough. We believe also in space and speed and physicality. So now they deploy a tactical movement, which is go with them toe to toe, physicality to physicality, and they have two strikers that have the pace up front, they have also the energy, they have the power, who can last for 120 minutes. Just play the long ball to them, let them go and fight, and let them get the goal they want to get. And that is what affected us against Malawi. That's why you see the Shawinga and the sister, the Tawan. They both of them at playoffs, but not forgot. The most important thing is why I say Nigeria cannot win it. Super Falcon cannot win it this time around. That they will not go to the World Cup. Many countries have developed their football. We are still living with past glory. We still believe in our. We have it before. We can still have it again. And that anything you did not plan for, definitely it cannot work for you because
Can we then say that we have grown tired and sick of winning? Because I've had people say, well, they have dominated African football for a very long time. I mean, this one is only a setback. It's not too much. It's not a big blow. It's not embarrassing. They say, can people get tired of winning? Is it like the Super Falcons having won it 10 times? They are now tired. They want others to equally test the success. Can that be the case? As a coach, do you get to the point where you think, oh, I've won a lot? Can we just let this one go?
let me tell you, my brother, all those one is excuse. Every coach, do you think Madugu don't want to win it again and come back to Nigeria and say he has won AFCON 2 times? No. Do you think the players that's in Super Falcon, those that have won it 10, 6 times, 7 times, they don't want to win it 8 times? No. They said then they know why they use that analogy. It's just because they are just trying to console themselves. They know that it's going to be difficult. They know what we went through against Morocco before we get to the final. Okay, let's go back this. Let's flashback. 2022 when Randy Wardrum was there. What was the position of the Super Eagles? We took fourth. We was beaten by Zambia. Then we, in third place, we was beaten again by Morocco in penalty. I think 3-2 or 3-1 after 2 red card. So what I want to say to you is this: I see some people even singing the praise of that man, Rounder. Rounder does not have anything to offer for Nigerian Super Eagles, Super Falcon. What is his achievement? In First Nations Cup, he did not take fourth position, not second, not third. He went to Olympic, qualifiers for Olympic, yes. What was the result in Olympic? 3 match straight, we lost. We have lost it from our decision making. Appointment of coach is wrong. People that we put in the affair for football, sometimes they just want to do things to say we are doing something, but they are not doing that. They are not doing their research very well to see to somebody to put in the affair of the as a coach. Look at Rondo.
Seriously, already, before we talk about around the world, I know you are making references to our coach and the coach that was before Justin Madugu. First, let's talk about the coach who you've already mentioned, Coach Justin Madugu. He said that it was because of individual errors. He fingered complacency, and he said loss of concentration were the reasons that his team failed at the current tournament. Do you believe him?
That is his own methodology and ideology when it comes to coaching job. Every coaches have a high standard of ideology when it comes to coaching coach. I don't believe in individual error, or I don't believe what did you call the other one?
And lapse in concentration,
And
complacency.
loss of concentrations. That comes not only from the players, also come from the coach. It depends on how your team building, your team balance, your playing philosophy will give you the edge how you want to play. That will let you have more concentration. You know that in this zone is a risky zone. We have to be compact. Your team philosophy, your style of play technically. You know that in this zone one, what I want to see is one touch, 2 touch, and then when we lose the ball, you have to compact. When you go to zone 2 in the midfield, you know that what you want from the players is as quick as possible. When we lose the ball, we have to play middle low block. So when you use that word, I think this is an excuse. That comes from the coach. Every coach have their own playing philosophy. So that your playing philosophy, the way you want the players to play. But if you watch the match, go and watch all the 4 matches the Super Falcons play. You will see that there is no coaching input. You see more individual football. You see more the pace, physicality. One player will play in the midfield today. Tomorrow will play in the right wing. Another player that does not play before will come now as the left wing. Another striker that does not play before will come to the strike. That is, you are putting confusion in the team. Every good coach, sound coach, you must first of all ask your first 15. You know that this player, when he's coming for this player, is going to replicate what the first player is, the player that was there before was playing. But in this case, the team does not have balance. The team does not have team balance. The team that we don't know who is going to play, who is not going to play. So that I think that individual error that he's talking about, or lack of concentration that he's talking about, I think that is not is out of the question. The question is, what is your game plan? How did you prepare the ladies mentally and physically? How did you prepare them tactically? How did you prepare them technically? How did you prepare them with the ball, without the ball? It's very, very important when it comes to coaching job. When you don't have a good playing philosophy and ideology, how to change game from minute to minute, or from 20 minutes to 30 minutes, or from 45 minutes to the next 45 minutes, is going to affect the team. I think what you see that happened to that team, ladies, we should not cast it against the ladies, we should not cast it against the coach. He can only give what he have. So I want to just to tell you this, that the handwriting is written on the board, not today. It has been for the past 3 years. You have been seeing this, that Super Falcons is going to lose their dominion. That dominance they have in African soil, it has been written. You can see that Tanzania has improved, Malawi has improved, Zambia has improved, Morocco is the top notch. They have improved. Talk about South Africa have improved. Look at the last 5 years. Who are our rivals? Ghana has improved, Cameroon has
South
improved.
Africa,
So,
Zambia.
so to tell you that this thing is just an excuse. If we bring the Super Falcon again against Malawi today, the Malawi will still beat them again, unless the coach have a good.
It's possible.
The,
It is possible.
no,
It is possible.
the only way you can beat such people, you must be a coach that is tactically sound, that can be able to analyze data. So you can be able to sit on the bench and read your opponent. That's why I said about Randy Wandrum. The lady that is an assistant coach to Randy Wandrum was the one doing the job when Randy Wandrum was there. Go and watch the videos again. When we are playing, the ladies come every seconds, every minute. When she sees something, she will come and give the tip to Randy Wandrum. And we ourselves, we are doing the same thing outside the pitch, that we are analyzing here, and we have many of their media officers, and they themselves are in the same group with us. They see what we analyze, they go and experiment it and get the results. So that is the problem. It's not about blaming coaches on anything. The coach is a good coach. He has done his own part. He has done what he can do.
Coach Anthony,
Yeah.
you know, this case is not just isolated. It is not just about the Super Falcons. I mean, being abysmal in that competition on Sunday. The Flying Eagles of Nigeria were comprehensively beaten by the young stallions of Burkina Faso by 4 goals to 1. We were literally gasping for breath. That game was very crucial, that we needed to win, because the winner will be part of the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations, and that as well is the qualifier for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. We're not going to be there as well. What is your impression on this one too?
Not going to that Under-20. It does not start today. It does not start today. You remember when Zuberi was there last year or last 2 years, when he won the Africa tournament. I promised them 1 million naira, that if they can be able to, after they lose the first match, that if they can be able to win Cote d'Ivoire, and they would, at the end of the day, they went to win the tournament. The problem we are facing in our football, that is what the administration they want to hear. I think maybe they already blacklist me, or that maybe they are not blacklisting me. That one I don't know. The decision making, they are recycling coaches, and when you are recycling coaches that has a past ideology about football, playing philosophy, that is what you get for results.
A cake. Are you saying a cake, like from the medieval era, those coaching philosophies that are now outdated? Is that what you are referring?
It's outdated. You can see the input. Okay, let me analyze Burkina Faso and Super Under-20 Flying Eagles for you. Look at the first match. The first match, Burkina Faso play middle low block. Go and watch the match again. They play middle low block. They wait for you to do mistake in your first zone of your for the first zone of the part of the field, which is your defense side, and they score 2 goals, and they win us 2-0 in the group stage to top the group. And now we went to meet them in the final. They play the same system, and we still do 4 mistakes in the first in the first part of the field, which is the first zone, defensive zone, and we score they scored 3 goals in 10 minutes. Who do you want to blame? You cannot blame the players. The blame have to go to the coach, because that silly mistake, that means you did not read your opponent. You did not analyze your opponent. And the players, they are very technical good. Our players is a very good technical team. They can beat any team in that tournament, but what failed? That's the reason I refuse to come on air to come and analyze them when they are playing. If I say it now, they will take that tip again, they go and work on it. What failed in that team is without the ball. they cannot play any opposition. They can play two to three passes together. They can dribbling. They can pass a good pass. They can shoot. They have a good shooting range. But when they lose the ball, how did they get the ball back as quick as possible? That is what Burkina Faso do better than us. Every second ball, Burkina Faso make sure they win it in collective, not individual. But we mark in individual, not in collective.
Isolation. Hmm. Now, the NFF has reacted to this latest failure by setting up a six-member fact-finding committee to possibly find out, to uncover the reason behind the latest and the litany of the failures and poor performances in terms of qualifying for major tournaments. This particular decision has drawn mixed reactions across the board. Some believe that this is merely a smokescreen. They reference to our failure to qualify for the World Cup in 2026, which was concluded not too long ago, when they said they were going to appeal against DR Congo, fielding ineligible players in their team as they defeated us in that continental playoff. Others believe it's the right way to go because when things don't go well, it is appropriate to ask questions. Where have we gotten it wrong? But there still exists a fundamental challenge, the concern that this committee, are they going to equally investigate the NFF president himself, his role in all of this? Will they investigate the general secretary and the decision makers, or will the investigation be limited to only the coaching crew, the technical crew, and the players?
You cannot be your own doctor on your sick bed. Those people, the NFF set up those fact finding committee. They are not the one that's supposed to do that. Even if they want to do that, they're supposed to do it without even announcing it. And then NSC will do their own. But if they want to really know the fact, what is happening to that, our Super Falcon and our Super Eagles, where we are not in World Cup, can you just give me a chance? Let me analyze it for you. One thing you have to see is this. One, they should go to social media to go and listen to the cry of the citizens, the patriotic fans of Super Eagles and football of Nigerians, how they are crying and what they are saying. They will see the fact there. What did they say? Are they blaming the coach? Are they blaming the administrator? Are they blaming the president? Are they blaming the development of the lack of development in our developmental system in our football? So they should go there and look for that fact there. If they got that fact, they have to do the needful. This is what I want to say to you. First, the structure is faulty. The foundation has been destroyed for long. From 2013, after winning the AFCON. That is one. Secondly, nothing can we, the citizens, do because we are the righteous. We have no power to come to them and take them away. But they say the election will take them away. Now look at the way they appoint NFF president and board member. We have 36 FA in their status that can vote them in or vote them out. Apart from them, nobody can do that. Do you think they will not be recycling themselves? Do you think they will not choose who they want to be there to be there? That is one. Secondly, what affected this Gusau? I supported Gusau from onset. I know you know too. You see me always in group chats what I write about Gusau. That's going to win, even when Olise and Mikel Obi, when we do the World Cup qualifying, when they are against Gusau must go. I said, take it easy. What about if the Super Eagles qualify for World Cup? What will you do? And I said from onset that Super Eagles is going to qualify, they will go for playoff and they will qualify. I also in your studio here, I said it. One thing I want you to see, I won Alhaji Musa Gusau. I went to him in Abuja 3 months. I never said this before. 3 months in his appointment, when he was appointed, when he was elected as the president of Nigeria Football Federation. I said, congratulations, sir. I see you going for 8 years. But you have to be careful of one thing, your decision making. Don't allow people to interfere when you want to take the right decision. Meet the right people that will give you that the right decision you are looking for. He said, coach, I love what you just said. Don't worry, I want to work with you. Working with me does not mean he's going to give me an appointment as a coach. It can be an advice, like the way some of the officials, they called me. What happened? I went there again after 6 months. I still told him the same thing, you are going to be there. Just don't worry. What happened after 6 months? We went for Nations Cup. We took the second position under Pesero. I analyzed for Pesero, make sure Pesero told Pesero that 3-5-2 is the best system we have to play. Pesero changed the system. He was in the same group shot with me and you. He changed the system. We dominated there. Unfortunately, I told them that in the final it would be difficult for them to beat South Africa, and South Africa won us. And Cote d'Ivoire won us. So this is this thing I want you to put at the back of your mind today. After then, Super Falcon qualified for Olympic. Things was going on well. We are doing well in every department. Suddenly, it comes to decision making of the Super Eagles. That is where the first problem comes, not this Super Falcon. The fans that are crying now is not crying because of Super Falcon. They are crying because of what's happened to the Super Eagles. What happened now? Decision making that I want Alhaji Musa Gusau, NFL president, that he should be careful of. It's the same thing that happened to him now. It took almost 9 months or a year to appoint a coach. Now they appointed the coach. Besego do not do well from beginning. Play 2 draw and they sack him. They bring Finidi. Finidi play 1 draw, lose 1. Then we have a problem. So now comes me again now. 2 administrator, which you know, I can tell you outside the camera. I will tell you outside the hair. 2 administrators call me. I don't know how they in the same group. They call me. They say, Tony, we see what you have been doing. Please, can you look at these people that apply for the job? Who do you want them to take? I say, for my choice, give me some hours or a day. I will get back to you. I choose Avi Rednard as the first choice. Then I choose Eric Sekushel as the second choice. I say Rednard will be very difficult, expensive, but if he comes, so be it. If he don't come, take Eric Sekushel. Then I choose Samson Siasia as the third choice. Say if both of them money is too expensive for you, take Siasia or Amoneke. Amoneke is the fourth choice. So where am I driving to? They refused to do that and they appoint Finidi George. Later, after things was wrong, they go back to that what I said before. And now they choose Eric Sekushel. So where am I driving to today? What you saw happening today is decision making. Let me say this on air for you for free. If Alhaji Gusau come back to that seat in the next 4 years, for another 4 years, it's just a prophecy that comes to fulfillment, because I told him he's going to be there for 8 years. And I told him that he's going to be an important figure when it comes to CAF and FIFA. He should work towards it. He is now the Wafubi president. No Nigerian has ever been Wafubi president before. He is the first person. Now that is another prophecy that came to reality. And now, if he did not come back to that position, if they ask him to step down, or he walk away, or they re-amend this the statutes, or whatever decision they take there, what I will tell you is this: if he's not coming back, is one that aborted his dream to become the NFL president for eight years. But my advice to him today is this: he should look into the mirror on his own and ask himself, where did I do wrong? And try to amend that thing. If it's not possible for you to amend it, you should step down and let somebody else come inside and continue. Otherwise, it should just I don't know what the Nigerian president is going to do, but I see it that Gusau is somebody who can make things right for Nigerian football. I'm not campaigning for him. He's a very gentleman. He's a loyal man. But since result is the yardstick, Super Eagles is not in the World Cup. Super Falconers is not going to be the World Cup. Under 17, under 20 is not going to be in the World Cup. Now, what is Gusau is going to use for a campaign for the second time? That is where the question comes. If it is a past result he has got, he has done something good, meaningful to the Nigerian football. Let us be honest to ourselves. He brought CAF C, he brought CAF B, now he brought CAF A. That's what we have lacked for so many years. He brought it back to our football arena. So for me, I think the problem he's facing right now, he did a very big mistake to listen to somebody who does not have anything to give than pride and make him to fail. That's what I can say on that aspect.
All right. So you've advised Alhaji Musa Gusau, and his future is hanging by the balance. And like you admitted, the bulk of the vote by the 27th of September 2026 in Lafia, Nasarawa State, when the elective Congress will take place, lies with the Federation, with the state FAs. which means it is already guaranteed if that particular elective Congress goes on, because currently it is facing a bit of storm from stakeholders who think that the right thing should be done, which is the amendment of the statutes to incorporate every relevant stakeholder involved in Nigerian football. But in terms of arresting our decline, what should be the immediate decision by the NFF?
See, let me tell you something. If they did not amend that status, nobody can nobody can take that position from Gusau because the prophecy will come to pass. If they allow the election to go, it will be in the affairs of football for another 4 years, and they will see a light in the end of the tunnel. I am telling you this for free. I'm not campaigning for him. Do you know that one of your senior colleagues is a rank mate of yours in journalism? Is a sport analyst too. You know him very well. I don't want to mention his name. Do you know that today now? That is why you don't see me give away again in the sports world sport group sport world, because he saw me supporting Guso and he was angry. He said I should not do that. I said no, you cannot tell me what to do. I'm a man. I'm not a boy.
Yeah.
So I can take my own decision. I'm doing that because of what I see. What I see in the spiritual realm, you does not see it. So, like what I can tell you this for free. If they stop that election, it will beat for the betterment of Nigerian football. Do you see now that I'm not supporting him? If they stop that election, it will be for the betterment of that Nigerian football. It will be for the growth of Nigerian football. It will be for the growth for Nigeria's large infrastructure, because one, if FIFA can interfere and ban us for 2 years, it's even better than for we to be playing football for 2 years without going to World Cup. So if FIFA can ban us for that, if that one happen, first of all, we are going to go back and reorganize our house. First, the statute will be amended. Secondly, those stadiums that we cannot, we don't have stadium that we can play international matches. We cannot even organize any matches, any tournament in Nigeria as like the way we used to do in 1995, where we have a Nations Cup, where we have Fanny Amu himself, that is a Fumbly and Fumbly. He was the coach then. We organized on that 17 that Swiss, my country, yes, Switzerland, the country I'm living right now, came there to come and win in Nigeria. That was when we have facilities, we have infrastructure, we have good standard stadium that we can boast of. Today we don't have anyone. Most time we go to Remo, most time we go to Uyo, and that is again Akwa. If we continue like this, if we allow that election to continue to go, we will still suffer for another 30 years. Go and write it down. Maybe me and you is no more in this world. Maybe we are old enough, we don't even think about football anymore. But if we sit down now, adjust the date and say okay, let us do it in October, middle of October, or any date in October. Let us yet amend the status and let us see who can be able to imagine to become the new NFL president. That one too will help us again a little bit to look into those people who apply for the position and find a solution to bring another right candidate we think can compete with Gusau. But if he remains like this, I see Gusau going to another 4 years, and if Gusau go for another 4 years, definitely there will be an amendment. He will try to adjust from the mistake he have done before, and I'll pass this message to them again. I've passed it in another TV station and radio station. It is time for anybody that is running our football to throw their net outside Nigeria and look for Nigerian coaches, people like us, or other people that's better than me, that are coaching here in Europe, that have the new methodology of football, that will then be able to bring them to come and coach Nigeria junior team, under 17, under 20, both men or female team, so that we could go away from this recycling of coaches with the updated ideology and to a coaching philosophy.
Let me sincerely appreciate my guest this evening, always speaking from his heart, from a place of experience, from expertise, and of course, years of contributing to the growth of Nigerian football, having immersed himself in the education of coaches. Thank you, Coach Adeyemi Adedeji Anthony, Coach AAA. Thank you for coming on the program this evening. We look forward to more discussions on how to better Nigerian football.
Thank you for having me. I know this now I have said on air. Some people will take it negative, but if I am in the position of those who have handled our football, I think they should look at the positive things I said more than the negative, and they have to also have in every negative there's always a positive inside. Take the one that belongs to you, where you have to adjust, where you have to work towards it, and use it for the benefit of Nigerian football, not for your own selfish interest. For me, in
Interest.
everything in life, where I am today in Switzerland, Nigeria comes first because I'm born and bred up in Nigeria, and Nigeria, I have the blood of Nigeria, and I remain Nigeria mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Thank you so much, Coach Anthony.
Thank you very much for having me, and do have a wonderful weekend ahead.
I appreciate. I appreciate.
You're welcome, sir.
So